And Mark.
That's my little brother. When we hanging out this summer?
What?
So when we hanging out this summer?
Nigga, you tell me you the one that's always busy. I ain't busy, nigga. I mean, I be work. I mean.
Ooh,
What?
cause there's some horror
Mark.
movies that I'm trying to see. Yo, let's go see that one joint, Watchers.
What?
Let's go see that movie, The Watchers.
The hell is that? I got a new number.
I'm trying to see Bad Boys.
I don't got your number.
What, you got a new phone?
Yeah, I got two phones now. Like my old phone, it's cut off, but I can still use it. It's just it's broken. Like it's broken all the way. My number? 717 885 6521. Got the number. I got the 13, bro. I could have got a 14 or 15, but I just choose it. I choose the 13. I don't know why, but could have got the 14. The 13 cool. About to call you. About to leave this.
With the lips where he looked. That's what you wanted to watch. You used to want to watch Rick and Morty.
With a foul at, get your hands on me, dog. LED lights for what, your car?
No, send me some pictures. I know you took pictures. What did you do? Why?
Temper. $29, $30, 30 points on you niggas. It's like third quarter. About to be a 40 burger. This thing got 21 points, 22 rebounds, 11 assists.
Oh yeah, I remember you supposed to let me see that. Oh, that's the shorty. How she had a boyfriend and she a thug? That's crazy. You was talking about staying at my crib though. Alright, connected. You got shorty now? Wait, when? You talking about that night when other little bro was there with you? Yeah, he was there that night, ain't? What?
got beat to a loose ball on the opening tip. Let's watch their comportment here to start this game. Again, the Mavericks still on the road, both against the Clippers and the Thunder. Doncic gets inside, falling away. First shot is up and good. JJ, what was the key as they go down low to Holland? Better job of limiting the Boston Celtics three-point attack. Can't expect the Celtics to go 6 for 23 again on open three. Not dropped two in a row, all postseason as Doncic straddles in the three. And I would say this for the first 50 seconds they were Brown and Kappa go jumping right into position. Doncic using strength and makes it in. And spending time in the backup when KC's been out. Great play from Irving. Very smart down pass. Celtics going 1 to 5.
Congrats on Player of the Month. It's great PR for you and
Yo, MP. I was hoping I'd run into you. I wanted to... Yo, MP. I heard someone on the way in here say you were open.
He was wildin'.
Yes, man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, yo.
There he is, Mr. Player of the Month.
Another three.
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. Hi, everyone.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
8 minutes ago.
Oh.
My camera quality. I got Snapchat. I got cap. I got cap. But this is like my main phone. Like it's like a business. Like this is like my main. But this phone, it's off. Like the phone, it's off. Like I can still, I can grab it. I can still use my cash app like my.
So what happened to the other phone?
Nigga, look, I just showed you. See?
Oh, yeah.
That shit look nasty and fuck.
Yo, that joint, that's not repairable.
Yeah, huh? Look, the screen still work at the bottom. It's repairable. Nigga, any.
This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Still very early in the regular season, but Grant, what's the most important thing coaches are working on at this stage?
You know, at this point, it's all about really just getting your rotation set, finding which guys work best together. You know, you have to figure out how to maximize the talent you have.
And now Indiana's starting group. They've got Benedict Mathurin, Pascal Siakam out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's McConnell in at the point guard. Here's Poole. After the basket by Indiana. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And Poole's vision developing right in front of us.
Halliburton outside. There's a screen by Turner. From behind the arc. He buries it from 3. Turner's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Halliburton. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Avdia pulls it in. Out to the right wing. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Halliburton with the ball, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Pass to Turner, and so it's Indiana with it. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Turner's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Hey, when you're as big as a guy like Turner, that's what you're supposed to do. Attack in the painted area.
Here's Money. And he can't jam it through.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle. Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Washington with the ball. The Pacers making their last shot. The kick out to Poole. Here's Money. Hits the three-pointer. Money's got 6. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Now here's Siakam. He picked up 10 in his last game.
They're shooting more free throws as his career is going on. Siakam wants to get that percentage up.
That dude looks in. That's wild.
These niggas don't know. These niggas don't know. See, it turned to look green now, though. This mask, it fit tight just to. It's not no. It's like a Nike ski mask. This is a tight, like it's like a fittable tight mask. For like a Nike mask, that shit like a tight, like an athletic tight on your face. Like this is like streetwear tight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I've been using this. I've been using this, bro. My pants are getting big.
You be using it every day?
I do like 100 each time.
Oh, that's good.
My forearm's about to be big as shit. Look, I'm already jacked a little bit. I'll be in the gym. I'll be going to work.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, I got, like, my muscles still there, but I'm a little weak. I can't do as much pull-ups and shit as I used to. Gotta take niggas to the gym. They 14. I'm about to be 15, bro. Niggas about to be 14. That's crazy. Me 15. Must be in there like this. I gotta get in the gym for real. I'm going for running back this year.
You going for running back?
Running back in DB. That's nice.
That's a good combo right there.
I'm trying to tell you, they're like, what? They're DB running back, and I'm a little jacked. Like I get a little bit bigger over the summer, get a little bit taller. Yo, don't doctors give like pills where you can get like so you can grow a little bit?
Talking about steroids?
No, nigga, not no damn steroids. No steroids. I thought it was like hormone pills or whatever. like that shit, like that's what it helps to. I don't know. I'm gonna give it some time. If I don't grow for the summer, like I'm gonna start going to bed on normal times and shit. Like I'm gonna like some days I'm gonna like this is what I'm about to start doing. I'm about to like on the weekends stay up late and then normal schedule like Monday through Friday. That's just the best thing to do. Though. I mean, that's the best thing to do to girls. Like, it's like it's one. Like right now, I should be sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I'm not tired.
Bro, I don't be tired early either.
What is this supposed to do? Is she supposed to pump your forearm, me?
Yeah. Grip strength, muscle, your hand strength. It's not just your forearm. It's like your grip, your hands, your fingers, the ligaments and tendons and joints in between your fingers.
Yeah, my forearm big as shit now. Trying to tell me, my chest got a little bit bigger. I got a little jack. That's from going to rock house. Some rock house get you a little jack, get you looking right. I'm about to start going to them Monday through Thursday again. I used to go to them shits every day, bro. I was wrong, cuz. You know, I'm telling you, like, I was the littlest nigga being strong as telling. Fuck stoner workouts, nigga. Prop workouts. That's them athletic workouts. Now stoner, them feels like this. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be athletic and a little strong.
Mm.
You gotta be athletic. You gotta work on like your plyometrics and shit. Like, that shit important. Trying to tell niggas. I won't ever listen to me.
I like this video.
Huh?
Oh no, I was just watching this video.
Bro, if you bring me up to Bird, you gonna let me drop this thing, bro?
Oh yeah, you do need to drive this thing. I might be switching it for the I might be getting a Camaro next though.
Ew, what's up, bro? Just get a Hellcat, bro.
I don't like hell. I drove one. I don't like how heavy they feel when you turn, and you gotta try it for yourself when you can. But after driving the Mustang and the Camaro, you're probably going to see the same thing I felt when I was about to buy it. I was going. You know how you can see the raised cement curb when you're turning in a Hellcat. It feels like because it's so big. It's so big, but it's not a truck, so you're not raised. So when you turn, you gotta be careful, cause you can tell that if you don't go wide enough, you're gonna f up the car on the curb. Like if it's a truck, well, not just think of what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not. It's so in an F-150 Ford truck, right? If I turn right and the curb is right there, like I'm taking a sharp turn right. You know what I mean? The curb's right there is raised off the street. In a truck, if I turn too tight because the truck is raised, the car's not hitting the curb. I mean, the truck's not hitting the curb because it's above the curb, so I could be over.
This is hard to believe, Grant, but the Wizards haven't been to the conference finals since 1979.
It is hard to believe. I mean, they've had some fantastic players over the years. But let me tell you, these fans in my hometown are hungry for a deep playoff run.
And talk about a team that's known for being unselfish, the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, you know, BA, it's part of their core philosophy. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved and engaged.
Here's McConnell. The Wizards making their last shot. Pass to Siakam. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's Money.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man. And he jams it home with authority.
What a feed from Kuzma. I like when he finds the open man, and so do they.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Halliburton. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Shot clock at 5. Fires from way outside. Abdia pulls it in.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
And they take the lead. 12 points for him.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
McConnell passes to Siakam. Pass to Turner. Here's the three. The Pacers again can't hit. The Wizards with a lead. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now. Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Indiana's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now here's Turner. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Looking to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Turner's got 9. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
McConnell with it, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Here's Halliburton. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Excellent awareness and effort. Halliburton getting involved and finishing that time on the break. Get up to throw down.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
McConnell outside. Lets the three fly. Rebound by the Wizards. They went to Indianapolis for their last meeting with the Pacers. Came out with a victory.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Turner. Knocked loose. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Money. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Washington.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Count it. Good.
And Halliburton showing a little bit on the inside. He doesn't have much muscle, but able to get contact and stay aggressive.
Here's Money. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Halliburton misses.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Grant, you grew up here in Washington, D.C. What's the hoop scene like here?
Well, B.A., they love the game of basketball here, and the fans are unbelievable. So many stars from here like Kevin Durant. So D.C. is kind of a sneaky, underrated basketball city.
And it's Mathurin missing. Washington has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Money. And the Wizards with another 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Halliburton for 3. Buries it from 3. Halliburton's got 8.
Halliburton has that kind of ability. An awkward release, but man, is he consistent with it.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Yeah, a 4th turnover.
Blew up.
Nah, hold on.
Look, bro, I'm calling you tomorrow. I'm about to go to bed. Alright, love you. Wendell, where you at? Wendell.
Oh man, this Saturday?
You gotta have a special type of money to get diamonds in the back of the teeth. Have you ever just looked at someone and start writing down y'all dreams? Dreams be telling y'all things that y'all can't really see while y'all wake. Because your subconscious mind records everything. That's why some people they have premonition, vision, and dreams, and those dreams end up playing out in real life. So when you start writing down your dreams, you can make premonition, vision, and happen. And how start writing down y'all dreams. Dreams be telling y'all things that y'all can't really see while y'all wake. Because your subconscious mind records everything. That's why some people have premonition, vision, dreams, and those dreams end up playing out in real life. So when you start writing down your dreams, you can have start writing.
I'm sleepy, bro.
Start writing down your dreams. Dream. A study in 2006.
So no, I tell these young kids, yo, man, if you want to do something nice for your mom and dad, you want to do something nice for a brother or sister, that's fine. They don't have to be on the payroll. You don't owe them. That was their job to take care of you. But if you want to do something nice for them, that's fine. Grant Hill, his mom, rest in peace, gave me the best advice ever. I said, because we were at the Olympics actually here in Atlanta in '96. And her and Calvin, they came down for a couple of games. They said, Chuck, we're gonna be here a couple of days and we got to get back to work. And I said, Grant just signed the first $100 million contract in NBA history. She says, sit your ass down, Charles. I said, Miss Hill. He said, Charles, I'm gonna just give you some advice. Do not start taking care of your family and friends, because number one, they're never gonna stop, and it's gonna ruin all your relationships. I said, what do you mean? He says, when you start giving people money, they're never going to ask you for money one time. Right. But she said, the second thing is, no matter what you do for them, the first time you tell them no, they hate you. And I said, what? And I had to learn. People who I have been giving money to, the first time I told them no, they're like, no, we're not friends anymore. That was a tough and painful lesson for me.
It absolutely is, because that's why you have to put limits on what you give, because they'll never put limits on what they take.
That's exactly right.
But it's like that with anything. Charles, you and I can go out here right now. We can sign 25,000 autographs. But if we don't sign 25,001, they man, Shannon Sharp and Charles Barkley asshole.
But I had to learn that too. I'll sign some autographs, but I'm like, yo, I'm done. Because, like I said, somebody said earlier, everybody wants to be liked.
Yes.
Because everybody here, guys, well, I don't care what people think about me. Yes, you do. Stop being you care. Especially if they don't have a reason now, that's different. Right. But everybody wants to be liked. But you can't make everybody happy. Like I say, after games, I would stop and sign. I had a rule. I signed 10. There's 20 people. I said, guys, I got to go get something to eat. I said, I'm going to sign 10. That's it. And they're saying some stuff when you leave. But you're like, okay, we're good. I don't feel bad. I signed 10. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm going to keep it moving.
Who's your MVP this year?
Well, there's 5 guys I think you can vote for and feel like you ain't screwing anybody.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson, and Edwards, and Luka. I think you can, because the one thing I will say that ESPN annoys me about, first of all, they make up these fake stories about MVP. The MVPs never went to the best player. Never. It goes to the best player on the best team. Because nobody in their right mind thinks Steve Nash is better than Shaq and Kobe.
Right.
But they had the best regular season record when he won MVP. He deserved it. Steve Nash deserved MVP. Michael Jordan was the best player before he started winning MVPs. But until he started winning, he wasn't going to get MVPs.
Right.
So I hate that argument. Like I say, if you vote for any of those guys, I was like, that's fair.
Right.
Like, Derrick Rose won it one year over LeBron. He deserved it. The Bulls had the best record that year. Was he as good a player as LeBron? No. But they had a better record. The same thing with even KD, who's a great player. He won MVP. They had the best record that year. But it always normally goes, like I said, if you vote for Shea or Luka or Joker, but I honestly think what Bronson did this year for the Knicks was incredible.
Yes.
To get them to the second seed without Robinson being out most of the year, without Rondo most of the year, OG was out for a period of time. But what Luka did, so this is, I think me and Magic had the closest vote ever. I think this is going to be the closest one ever.
Who's your favorite non-NBA athlete?
That's a great question. It depends on the sport. Like in golf right now, my favorite player is probably Max Homa, because he seems like a great kid, and he doesn't take himself that serious. In football, it's Aaron Donald, who just retired. In baseball, it's probably Mike Trout.
Okay.
In tennis, Robbie Shelton. I think that's his name, Shelton. I forget. There's another golfer named Shelton. I get them confused sometimes. But, I mean, I just love sports. I have zero idea. Stupid little round ball. Because it has did so much for me. Like I said, you grew up in a town of a couple thousand people. I have been all over the world. I'm sitting here on Club Shay Shay. Like, if it's not for that basketball, it has given me every single thing in my life.
Right.
I'm so lucky and appreciative because I have, like, I was able to build my mother and grandmother a house. I was able to send my brother's kids to college. I've been all over the world because of the stupid little basketball. And I can make up something where I would be without basketball, but it probably, if I'm real, it won't. It damn sure won't be as good. But I don't know if it'll be pretty. Because I'm not gonna get up here and act like I was a great student. I'd be working somewhere, doing something. Yeah. But man, that ball. I mean, I'm pretty sure, all the success you've had as a player and in the entertainment industry, like, it's all
originated from that.
Yeah, yes. And we're so lucky because, you know what I tell people all the time? I admire people who got a real job, but I don't want one.
No. growing up like how we grew up, Charles,
Yeah.
it let me know what I didn't want to do as an adult. Because if it's back-breaking of a child, can you imagine as an adult doing that for 12, 14 hours a day?
And not even making money.
No.
I was like, because people say, what do you think about sometime during the game? I said, when I get tired, I think about, man, if you don't get some energy from somewhere, 9 to 5 don't sound good.
No.
9 to 5 don't sound good at all. I never want to work 9 to 5. I mean, I said, I admire people who work 9, and especially like when you see somebody doing, I shouldn't say this, somebody's doing this job.
Yeah.
You're like, damn.
Like working 2 jobs.
Yeah, when I see somebody, like when I'm in Phoenix, it's like 115 degrees, and they working outside. I'm like, oh, hell no. Or you see somebody working in the winter and it's cold. You're like, damn. I said, I'm glad I handled my business.
How many more years you think LeBron's going to play? And can he continue to play? I mean, he averaged 25, 8, and 7. And you're 21. How many more years can he play, and how many more years can he be playing at the level at which he's currently playing?
I hope he retires soon because I hated the way I retired because I sucked. Jim Brown is really, and he retired because he got tired of playing football.
And he wanted to act.
Yes. Because he wasn't making any money.
No.
And he didn't want to just kill himself. It ends badly for every jock. It ends badly for every jock.
Getting in is easy. It's to get out.
Yes. And your ego says you can still do it. I'm going to get myself in great shape this summer. I'm going to have a good year, then I'm going to retire. Then I figured out, like, playing against air, everybody's good against air. Everybody is great against air. But when you see when that 25-year-old is looking at you like, licking his lips, you're like, oh. And, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, when you working out during the summer and ain't nobody playing defense on you and you in great shape, but when you see that 25, 27-year-old, he's looking at you like, yep, I used to watch you. I'm coming for you.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do about it. But to answer your question, I hope he retires while he can still play. Because Man, I've been there myself. I saw Patrick Ewing his last legs. Saw Michael Jordan playing with the Wizards.
Yeah, Patrick. I mean, Patrick in Orlando.
Yeah,
Mike
I was like, that's the greatest player I played against. I don't want to see him doing that with the Wizards. So I don't want to see any great play when they pass their prime.
How do you navigate? Because you were a great player. You won MVP. You won 2 gold medals. How do you navigate, Charles, when you offer a critique or a criticism of a current NBA great and they shoot back? Well, you ain't never won anything. What did you do this and what did you do that? How do you navigate that?
Well, you got to be able to dish it and take it. The one thing I'm really proud of, and I hang my hat on this, I've never been personal with a player. I only stick to basketball. I would never comment on a guy's personal life. Now, sometimes they get in trouble. I have to say something.
You have to.
But I can look at a guy and say, hey, man, because I get calls all the time from players and agents. I said, I'll tell you why I said that. And they're like, okay. I said, hey, this is what pissed me off too, Shannon. You know, man, why y'all never call me when I said something positive? I said, wait a minute. I said 9 great things about you. Why do you never call me when I said something positive? And I say one critique, and you blow up my phone calling me names. I had this thing with Kobe Bryant one night. So it was a game where he wouldn't shoot.
Right. Against Phoenix, Game 7, I think. Because you guys told him he would shoot too much.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to prove a point.
Yes.
I ain't got no help. So he went the whole second half and shot one time. And I said, I said, Ernest said, what? I said, man, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in Kobe. He was trying to prove a point that he didn't have any help. He shot one time in the second half. And, you know, at that time, they were comparing to Michael. I said, Michael, when he played against the Celtics, he's like, I got to get 60 something. I'm going to get it, whatever. He's not going to pout. Kobe starts texting me. You mother. I said, yo, man, I'm doing my job, but you such a. So we go back and forth. So about this time, it's about 1 in the morning. We go back and forth for like 2 hours. I said, yo, man, pick up the phone and call me. Stop texting. And it was great. We laughed about it later. He was mad at the moment. He understood I was doing my job. But it was so funny. We texted each other for 2 hours, Shannon. And it was just mother. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna get mad at dude. That's dude. Call me, pick up the phone. But it was hilarious. We laughed about it later.
I'm gonna get you out of here on this. Charles, this is the first time in a very long time that people that's in our position have had to comment on the discourse sometimes that's what's going on in America.
Yes.
We see the Trayvon Martin. We see the George Floyd. We see what happened in Wisconsin. And now all of a sudden, you and I, we have to comment on that.
Yeah.
Where when you played and I played, politics, religion, orientation, we talked about that, maybe mention that in the locker room without the media or without the purview of the public hearing about it.
Yeah.
How do you navigate, knowing that you came from Alabama, knowing that what goes on in America, that sometimes it's racism, sometimes it's racist.
Yeah.
How do you navigate your conversation that you disseminate to the public?
That's a really good question because I'm asked that sometime with my boys. The first thing is, it's exhausting being black.
Yes.
It's exhausting being black. Like, we're trying to live our lives, be successful. Then Trayvon Martin happened. We got to talk about it. Unfortunately, that was a really awful situation. Then we get back in our routine. Then George Floyd happened. We got to talk about it.
Right.
You know, I was talking to Sam Jackson one time. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to make a movie. They asked me like, nobody got nominated for an Oscar. So as a black person, something always coming up. For me personally is I said I have to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing you can't do is yell and scream.
Correct.
Because once you yell and scream, they're like, turn it off, turn it off. And I say, guys, let's have a serious conversation. But I need you to be, my girl, Judge Judy, I'm a big Judge Judy fan. She always says, you're listening, but you're not hearing me.
Right.
I said, I need you to hear me. Don't listen to me, hear me. Those are two different things.
Listen to understand.
Yes. And I'm not, and I'm not mad at you, but I need you to understand this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just exhausting being black. Because every time you're trying to do your thing or just live your life, something racist or racial happens.
Right.
I try to do this one thing. I try to don't ever speak when you're mad. Don't yell and scream. Because I know if I yell at you, you're going to ignore me.
Yeah.
Or you're going to turn me off or ignore me.
Yep.
So for me and you and Stephen and Mike Wilbon, man, I need y'all to trust me. Because sometimes people play the race card when it's not playable. Because then you become the guy who's going to cry wolf all the time.
Right.
The one thing I promised TNT when I took this job, because I told them the social stuff is really important to me. It's really important to me.
Right.
I said, I won't beat you over the head with it all the time. Because if I beat you over the head with it all the time, they're going to I'm not going to watch.
Pretty soon you become desensitized.
Yes.
It's not going to have the same impact.
Yeah, I said, if every time something happens, he's going to talk about race or something like that. And I think I've done a good job. I says, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. But I think we have to be very selective. I do. I think we have to be very selective because, man, racials have them all the time. All the time. And I want people to see Shannon, Charles, Stephen A., they're going to be fair and balanced.
That's it.
That's all. So that's the only thing I try to do in this situation. Yo, man, Chuck ain't just trying to play race or trying to stir it up or be a victim. I said, because the one thing you have to always say, sometimes black people are wrong. And then I know I'm going to be an Uncle Tom. I'm going to be a sellout.
Yeah.
I said, listen, man, those words don't bother me. We don't have to agree with all black people.
We don't.
But they think we do.
Yes.
They think we do. I said, yo, man, sometimes black people are wrong.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
And it's okay to say they're wrong.
But if you're a black person in our position, look at that Uncle Tom. Yeah. Look at that sellout. I'm like, yo, man, we can be wrong. And that goes back to what we talked about earlier. I always want to uplift black people.
Right.
Always. I'm proud of your success. And I know people going to hate on you. I know people going to hate on me. And they're going to be black. I said, but, man, I love to see black people doing good.
I love to see us win.
I love it. But I was like, I'm old enough and I'm around enough to know there's going to be some hate coming toward me, especially if they disagree with something I say.
Right. But I want you to win, but I don't want you to win more than me. Now, see, if you win more than me, now I got to question your sexuality.
Yeah.
I got to question, how black are you? Because, bro, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I criticize white quarterbacks. But if I criticize a black quarterback, oh man, see, I should have known old Buck Nancy Shannon. I know he gonna take care of the white. Come on, bro.
No, man. And number one, I've been watching for a long time. Obviously, I never see you try to get clickbait ever.
No.
I said, yo, man, I take this responsibility because I do know, but I'm not going to tell black people they right all the time.
No.
If you want that, I'm not the guy.
You're wrong.
I said, yo, man, no. We can be wrong. But also, on the other hand, when I see something happen to the black player in the community, I'm going to step in.
Right.
I had it was interesting. There was a couple of things happened recently that I talked to my mentors and friends about. One was O.J. Simpson. And one was Michael Porter Jr. And I said, I'm not sure how to handle this OJ thing. He said, what do you think? I said, man, I don't have any respect for men who hit women. And I think he killed them 2 people. I says, what do you think he killed those people or not? I think he did. I said, but I have, and I've always said this, and I'll just say this to you, I have no respect for men who hit women. And I don't want to bash the dude because he got a family and he died. He got kids. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to mention it. And I did. Because I said, I don't want to just bash the dude because I can't say anything positive. You know, was he a great job? Yes. But when you go around meeting women and like that, I got no respect for you.
Right.
And then the Michael Porter Jr. thing.
But the WNBA?
No, Michael Porter.
Oh, about his brother.
Yeah, both brothers.
Bro, yeah, one got a DUI and I think he killed somebody, right?
He did.
He killed somebody and the other brother took the under on himself.
Yeah. And I feel his pain. I feel his parents' pain.
Yeah.
I feel that as a jock. Because and this is one thing. I look at sports, it's the greatest fraternity ever. I feel like everybody in the NFL, anybody Major League Baseball, and the NHL hockey, I think they're part of my family. I like they know my experiences. And so I was saying, man, I really want to wish Michael Porter Jr., let him know that I'm thinking about him. I wish his family the best. And my friend says, yo, man, that lady did die. And I was like, yeah, you got a point there. Like, because if I said, hey, man, I wish you the best. I'm thinking about you. Because I know that it's got to be painful for his family with his brother and his other brother going to jail.
Yeah.
It's like,
not as painful for that family that lost their loved one.
Yes.
Because he can go to jail and hug him.
Yeah.
He can go to his brother's home and hug him.
Yeah.
They can't go to the graveyard and hug her.
I said, Chuck, shut up on both accounts.
Yeah.
So I always think about, because, you know, it always makes me laugh. Because my friend's like, yo, man, you got these people eating out your hand. I said, what you talking about? He says, you know the reaction before you say it. I said, of course I do. I know when I'm going to start a fire. Yeah. I know it. Because when I had planned on the stuff, because most of the time, that goes back to the role model commercial I made.
Right. Yes.
So when I made the commercial, I went to Nike and said, I want to make this commercial. I said, they're like, you're out of your mind. I said, no. I said, what I'm noticing is we have too many segregated schools in this country. I said, when I go to these white schools, I said, what do y'all want to do when you grow up? They like, want to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers. When I go to these black schools, they're like, I want to play in the NFL, I want to play in the NBA. And I was doing this, when you do a lot of speaking when you're so I was doing this for like 4 or 5 years, and I was like, look, man, these black kids think they can only be successful through athletics and entertainment.
Yep. They
don't never think about being doctors, lawyers, engineers, and like that.
Right.
So I talked Nike into doing the commercial, and it became a big deal.
You did.
Still probably the thing I'm most proud of to this day. I said, because I knew it was going to start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, guys, I'm not trying to skirt responsibility, but I want young black kids to know, like, yo, man, you don't have to play in the NFL or NBA. We got black doctors.
Right.
We got black lawyers. We got black engineers. But y'all got these kids thinking, like, all they see is Shannon, Michael, Carl, Chuck, David Robinson. The only black people they see are jocks and entertain Jay-Z. I said, man, they got a better chance of being a doctor than a lawyer playing in it.
Jay-Z
yes.
or LeBron.
Yes. And I said, I just want to spark the debate. And in fairness to Nike came back to me later and said, man, we want to thank you for making that commercial. And I said, because 90% of the letters we got were pro. I said, well, first of all, I'm not worried about no negative publicity. I play in Philly. I said, I thought my name was Charles Barkley, you motherfucker. For like the first 2 years of my age, I said, guys, I'm in Philly. I'm used to criticism. But I always have used my platform for a bigger debate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a difference. You know, one of the things I'm proud of you, and I don't talk about this a lot. I'm not trying to get praise, but I keep it very quiet. So for the last 15 years, I've been giving $1 million a year away to charity. Okay. And I don't even tell anybody. I'm sharing this because I'm going to tell you why I'm proud of you. So I started out in my high school, my college, Wounded Warriors, ALS, Parkinson's. But the last 8 years, the point I'm getting to, I did HBCUs. Okay. It means a great deal to me to be able to do that. And you being a product. When I watch you and Stephen A., when y'all go back to y'all HBCUs, I just think it's really important what y'all do for the HBCUs. And it really makes me feel good when I write that check. Because, we got a couple of them here in Atlanta. I think 3 of them are here in Atlanta. Clark, Morehouse, and Spelman. But, man, I just want to use my platform to keep doing good stuff. But, just being a product of the HBCU, how far you came, I'm really proud of you.
That you think about 3 of the most prominent morning voices, myself and Stephen A. Michael Strahan,
yes,
with the HBCU.
Yeah.
He's a Texas Southern.
Yeah.
I'm Savannah State. Stephen A's Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you don't have to go to Syracuse.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Michigan or one of these PWIs in order to do what we're doing because we're living proof of that. I think the thing also, that role model. For me, I was very, very fortunate because every role model I had was in my house.
Yeah.
My brother, my grandfather, my grandmother. So I didn't look, athletes didn't, because I saw them every day.
Yeah.
If you see somebody jumping up and down on the basketball court or catching a football, you really don't know that person. You know what that person does.
Yeah.
I knew what they did. I mean, the sport they played. I saw my brother every day. I saw my grandfather, my grandmother. So that's what I followed my brother around.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be just like him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I could be like him, and my sister, it drove my sister crazy, Charles. Because she was like, she had to be your own man. Why you want to be like him? But as I got older, and I remember telling her, I said, everything I want to be is like him.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about it, and you know this, and unless you've been in pro sports, you don't know this. Man, there's so many assholes in our sport. Like, all you got to do is be nice to the press, and they're going to write good stuff about you.
Yeah.
I've been in this thing for 40 years, over 40 years. Some of the worst people I've ever met got the best reputations because they're great with the press.
Yes.
And some of the people who got the worst reputation are some of the best dudes in the world. And I said, and it's all dictated, if you're nice to reporters and they got access to you, they're going to be right, oh, he is the greatest guy. And I tell people, I said, man, you don't know these guys at all.
Right.
And it drives me crazy. I said, if you got it always, I said, there's a reason they want to keep everything in the locker room. but you don't want to know what's going on. I said, yo, man, this dude got the best reputation. He's the worst person I've ever been around.
Charles, how have you been able to keep your husband, father? How have you been able to keep that so hush?
Well, because I was not a good husband. And I want to be better next time. I do. I have been, my daughter has been the best thing ever happened to me. Mm-hmm. But the next stage of my life, I think I got to be better. I do need to be better. But, because I didn't know. I didn't know how to be a good husband or father.
Because because your father was away.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the home.
Yeah.
He wasn't a good father.
And I just need to be better. And I hope to be better next time.
I want to ask you this, because this is something you know, Mike. There's a situation. Michael's son, Marcus, was, I don't know if he currently still is, dating Scotty's ex-wife.
Yeah.
How would you feel if a teammate of yours dated your daughter? Would you feel some type of way?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is I feel bad for Michael. I feel bad for Scotty.
Yes.
That is so messy. I don't like messy. Because when it's messy, everybody has an opinion on it. Everybody has an opinion. And the internet is not a place for messy.
No.
And you have to understand, there's a lot of kids involved.
Yes.
And people are mean. People are mean. And it's unfortunate. You know, I just got into social media because I didn't want to be around the meanness. And I feel bad for everybody involved because I see all the pictures. I don't do the comment stuff, but I know they're going to be mean.
Right.
But it's just, I just hate messy. And it's just really messy. And there are no winners. There's only losers. Because obviously Michael and Scotty's relationship can't ever be the same.
Right. Did you know, was it the last dance when Michael put that because he wasn't there at the time when Scotty refused to go in the game.
Yeah.
And he inserted that into the last dance. Did you always know that Scotty and Michael had this kind of contentious relationship? Because from the outside, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I was surprised it was so bad.
Okay.
I was surprised. But in fairness, I didn't spend a ton of time with those guys together. I spent a lot more time with Michael. A lot more time with Michael. You know, it's just a sad situation because I think if you, not that I know, but you know, if you win a championship with guys, y'all probably have a special bond for life.
Yeah.
I think if you win 6, y'all might as well.
Y'all should be brothers.
So, like I say, you know, if you win one championship, I'm pretty sure every time y'all get together,
because you're gonna have the reunion.
Yes.
Every 5 year, 10 year, 15, 20, 30.
Yeah. But if you win 6 together, y'all should be damn near blood brothers.
Yes.
So that's the thing I most feel bad. There's guys I didn't win with. They're some of my best friends.
Right.
Every time I see them, it's like, man, I got another brother. And like we bumping each other at All-Star game, maybe the Hall of Fame ceremony, or we just bumping each other.
Right.
It's like a family reunion.
Right.
But if I had won 6 championships with somebody, I would think, man, we blood brothers for life.
When people that do what we do take shots at you, I mean, you had the funny back and forth. You and Shaq had the funny back and forth. You put Kendrick Perkins' face on the punching bag, and you punch it and you get it in shape. I mean, how do you handle that when guys that do what we do take shots at you?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I guess technically we take shots at players.
Right.
The only problem that I had with what Kendrick says, there's nobody in the world who watch more basketball than me. I tell you, and I had just come out of March Madness, which pissed me off even more because I was watching 2 or 3 college basketball games a day.
Right.
March Madness really sucks because I'm watching games all day long.
Right.
But to say another guys don't watch the games.
Because he has a different opinion than you.
Yeah. And so that's the only thing bothering me. I say there's nobody in the world watch more basketball than me. So, but I don't get mad.
Right.
And the thing that's really funny about it, Shaq is so sensitive at times.
Right.
Because I was going to let it go. And he's like, no. My mama told me growing up, we kill all roaches. And I said, so that's how the whole roach thing came up.
Right.
And so anytime anything happened right now, Shaq's like, we killing roaches. And Shaq is so crazy. He made a rap diss song to be true.
Right.
So I'm be like, man, I'm not going to say anything about a player, especially if it's personal. There's somebody in Montana or South Dakota going to say, well, Charles Barkley said this guy was blah, blah, blah. So I'm never going to use my platform for negativity.
I'm going to get you out on this one. You once said that you probably lost about $20 million in gambling. Have you quenched that urge to gamble, or do you still like to gamble?
I love to gamble. I don't like to gamble. I got to the point. So I would go to Vegas and I'd win $1 million.
Damn. I mean, what you playing a hand? 25, 30, 40,000?
I played 25,000 a hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Couple quick double downs, you can get there.
Yeah, and quick double down, you can get it up out your pockets.
There's probably been 7 times that I've won $1 million. Okay. There's probably been 25 times I've lost $1 million. Right. So what happened was I quit gambling for 2 years. And I always take the same group of guys and men. I said, man, I miss gambling. They're like, why don't you start gambling again? I said, well, man, I was getting out of hand. They're like, yo, man, your gambling ain't getting out of hand. You're just an idiot. Right. And the one thing I pride myself on around my friends, they can always be honest with me. I said, why you say I'm an idiot? They're like, yo, man, we'll be sitting there. You'll be up $300,000-$400,000. We're like, Chuck, let's go. You good for tonight? Right. And in my head, I'm saying, nah, we're not leaving this month that I win $1 million. Right. And they said, dude, there's times you've been up $600,000-$700,000, right, and you won't quit. Right. Because gambling is really just peaks and valleys. It is. It's just peaks and valleys. It's the stock market. Yes, that's all it is. And they're like, dude, why can't you win $300,000 and say, man, we had a great weekend? Why you got to win $1 million? And I said, what? They said, why can't you lose 300 and say, we still had a great weekend? And I says, are you serious right now? He said, man, you know I ain't going to lie to you. Let's win a couple $100,000, have a great weekend, go home, or lose 200 or 300. You ain't got to win $1 million, or you ain't got to chase it and lose $1 million. And so, to answer your question, I said, yo, man, we're going to Vegas for the weekend. We're going to lose a couple $100,000, or we're going to win a couple $100,000. You know what we're going to do? We're going to play golf every day and get drunk every night. Right. And I had to change my mentality because you can never break the casino. No. They can break you. Yes. And my friends just sit me down and said, let's just have fun for the weekend. Let's win some money or lose a little bit. But yeah, but that's what really happened. When I would lose $1 million, I was so depressed. Not that the money, because of the money, but the losing. But the winning never feels as good as the losing hurt. Yes. You were so excited when you got all that money laying in front of you, but you're like depressed for a week. Yeah. You're like, damn, I lost $1 million. And then you have to send the bill to your financial people, and they yell at you, and they yelling and yelling and yelling, and then I says, hey, y'all better quit yelling at me, I'm gonna fire y'all. and then they're like, okay, we'll pay it. But that's what really happened. I was getting out of hand because, like you just have, your point was so good. No matter how good it feels winning, when you lose, it just sucks. You really doing this, Epic? No, I'm doing Manjaro. I've lost, so Shannon, I got new hips. Okay. So you got both of them replaced? Yes. I got both of mine replaced. Yeah, the best thing ever. It is. Like night and day. I hate that I waited so long. Me too. So I played at 250. I got up to 355. What? Yeah. It's good. 355? Yeah. I was good eating too, brother. Good eating. So I got up to 355, and I was with one of my friends. He had lost a lot of weight, and he said, I said, how you lose all that weight? He said, yeah, man, why don't you go see my doctor if you're trying to lose weight? And I started doing Manjaro, and I went from 355 to 285. Wow. And I'm gonna get to 270. Just take a shot. It's unbelievable. And obviously I can't stay on it my whole life, but when I get to 270, then you can work. Then I can work. But like I say, when I got them hips, man, I gained 105 pounds. Yeah, I was up to 355. And now I'm 285, and I want to get to 270. But my doctor's like, 270, you're going to be all right. You know, if you 300, 310, and 20, like, you got to worry about diabetes, stroke, hypertension, and things like that. Ain't a whole lot of 70-year-olds. No, he told me, she told me, her name is, she's a she. She said, ain't no fat old people. Yeah, ain't no fat old people. So I want to get my weight down because, it's interesting and difficult. And, man, I'm 61. Mm-hmm. It's weird getting older. And I'm glad to get old. Right. But
better than the alternative.
yeah, but I want to be healthy.
Right.
Back to playing golf there all the time now. I'm back to working out. But that's the main thing, man. I want to be here.
Charles Barkley, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, man. It's an honor.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle back the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle back the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. New school, you already know the drill. Legends in the building, I'll take your soul for real. V, you say you pretty, I see it barely. In that get up, you look like Jim Scary. Thank you, Justina.
Chico, you look like when the rubber break.
All right, Carlo. Come around the front, Carlo. Come around the front, Carlo. Let the people see your outfit. You dress like a Jamaican father. Get your ass out of here.
You built like a single softball coach.
Yeah, what it do, man? Paris, Nikki, and Brooke up here. That sounds like a ghetto law firm, don't it? Paris, Nikki, and Brooke. We ain't playing with these. That'll be their slogan. But anyway, Nick, I got a question, man. Where the time machine at, bro? You got to have one, because you got in there and hit the year 2000 when you put that outfit on, Slim. You dress like you in B2K right now. Like, Nick, get up and do the Harlem Shake. You look like the greatest Harlem Shake. Look at him. Look. Oh! Hey, DJ D-Rec, I know you ain't talking over there. You look like you supposed to be cleaning up a LL Cool J video shoot. Like, there it is. It's like you dress like a hobby. Get your old ass out of here.
She gonna be going in. The first wild out jersey dress on. Look at Nick Cannon. His outfit is made out of outfits from all his movies. He got the drumline boots. But Nick, I wasn't finished. There's one more movie that you doing with your throwback. You got the Love Don't Cost a Thing here.
Turn up. Because I just found out I was losing my eyesight. But now I ain't got to look at no more Nick's outfits.
Would you like me to take it off?
No.
He wanted to be something with his life, but look at him. He's a college graduate, now he on the show.
This guy was telling me about us at the crib, so we're going to get to the bottom of this, bro. We about to find out right now. Big ass shoes. I'm going to see some time. Come on. Come on. Shoes. I said they called bitch. No, can't be. Anyway, I'm trying to ask you some very important questions right now. That's your shoes ass. Get it out. This part, please, DJ, right?
You want to shoot nothing but the shoe.
Shoot. Shoot.
The wild style need to come with better rules. I'm out there doing living in your little brother's shoes.
I'm about to do it bigger than your little brother's shoes. Look at these. These is his friend Keats. They bigger than hell, and you know he gon' shoot. They gon' go step, step, yo, step, yo. What you do to me? Chico, stop playing. Ain't no need to F. You know his little brother is the kickball champ. I said the kickball champ. He be booting it long. His brother boots so big, you know that you wrong. Chico means you do stand up. Somebody should have reminded me when Nick broke 85 South up like the Bulls in the 90s. Oh, okay. Wait, you sound like when you run, it sound like this. Hey, Chico, hey, brother, shoot. You know how we spitting. Imagine getting jumped in. Hey, tell your brother get some kicks in. Yeah, his shoes be going. When he walk, the devil be like, what y'all up there doing? Yeah, why not? This episode 200, and you know I'm about to blow up. If Nick clicked his heels together 2 times, Justina show up. Listen, some people make Vines, some people make TikToks, but you the only person with some hard bottom Reeboks. Yo, listen, you somebody to told